Hi guys, so I want to go ahead and share with you my file flip that I did for Jen Callie, and I think she's Jen Callie 76, I'm gonna say. I could be wrong. Here on YouTube. So hey Jen, if you're watching, I know you said you weren't gonna watch until you got it, so you can be surprised. So I'm excited for you to get this. But anyway. So this is my latest file flip, and I used a file from the Silhouette online store. I'm just pushing this. This thing is like trying to bust loose. But this is what the front of it looks like, and we decided to do our favorite, one of our favorite childhood cartoons. So My Little Pony was one of my favorites, so that's the one that I chose to use. And you can kind of see the shimmer. There we go. And it says, "Hello, you're like a unicorn, pretty and rare." So here's the box. And I'm holding it because it's actually got too much stuff in it. Okay. So in the front, actually, maybe I should take the goodies out so I can have room. Let me see, how do I want to do this? I'm actually going to go backwards. I'm going to start with some of the goodies first. So by the time Jen watches this anyway, she will have gotten the file flip. So I'm going to go ahead and share the goodies that are in the back of the book so I can take this stuff out. So I made her this pom-pom pen, and all I did was cover a regular pen, it's a ballpoint pen, and some washi tape. You can see the pen through the washi right there. And I made this pom-pom to go on top. So hopefully it's focusing on that. Let's see. There we go. And it is sprayed, so it's kind of stiff. Got a little shimmer to it. So I made that. There are some gemstones here in the back for Jen that coordinate. Some more. Here is a magnolia mini stamp. And then I actually got this tag in a swap that I did. And I just added this diamond clip to the top. If I can get it to focus. There we go. So it's a little 3D diamond clip. And I added that to the top. It says create. Which I might need to press this down. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And also in the back is this little mini pocket with some die cuts, some washi, some more die cuts and stuff down here at the bottom for Jen to play with. I hope you can use these. Okay. Now to give this some room to actually expand. All that stuff that's in the back. Just making sure everything is attached. Okay, that's better. Because before the pressure was causing it to come apart. And I want to make sure it does not do that. Okay, so for the actual file flip, Let me take it out. Okay, and I can show you the box. Just make sure it's together. All kind of glue strands on here. To readjust it, all that stuff in here slightly bent it a little. There we go. So here is the actual box. Cute, cute, cute. Side, and you can see where it kind of bent from all the stuff that I had in there. So I'm gonna have to, it's very stiff because I use real sturdy cardstock. So I'm gonna have to try to bend it back. But that's the back. And this is a file from the Silhouette Cameo. That's the side. You can see where it's warped. I'm gonna have to fix that. So that's the actual box. And then here is the FileFlip. So here's the front, and I just have some clouds, some washi, and in the first pocket, this is what the divider looks like. The sun. And then I have my letter that I did some splattering on. Just the back. Made a little flare. And then also in the first pocket, I have this cute little fan art shaker of what Fluttershy. It's like a Fluttershy character. I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. So that's in there. Okay, put everything back. Make sure I got it pushed in all the way. That went behind there. I forgot how I had it in here actually. There we go. All right. And then the next pocket, I just have some embellishments clipped on here. So I have this typewriter that I decorated, die cut. It says Believe. I used a cupcake liner for the rosette. And then that's just clipped on here so she can use it. And then I also have Fluttershy clipped on here in the back if she wants to use that in a future project. So it's just in that pocket. And that just slides back in there. Okay. And then the next pocket is my currently. And for the divider, I just have my currently clipped on here, along with some more of the My Little Pony printables that I did. Applejacks and Rainbow Dash, I believe, are the names. So let me see. There's Rainbow Dash. Cute. There's Applejacks. I think I'm saying that right. And then here is my currently, which just says I'm currently watching the Grimm I'm currently reading Dragonfly and Amber. It's from the Outlander series. I'm currently listening to Prince, making some pom-poms and tassels, feeling tired, loving watermelon, and planning a trip to Savannah, Georgia. And then I did a flip for my currently. It says Magical Friends. Currently some washi, another printable that I did. It just flips up. And I have pictures of everything that I stated on my currently. So she can actually see it. There we go. I think it's focused. Okay, so that's on the inside. I didn't do anything to the back. So let's put that back in that pocket. Tuck that back in there. And where did it go? There we go. It's the only thing about paper clips. They clip on everything. Alright, so we tuck that back in there. And then the next pocket is my mail tag. I have this little cute little lollipop in there. I have another shaker in there, and it's just a funny little scene, My Little Pony scene. So have that in there. And then here's my divider with another pony. I think this is Rarity attached. Paper clip. And then my mail tag is here. Cute. Some stuff that I asked her. So that's what's in that pocket. Make sure I get everything back in here the way I had it. Okay. And this, wrap the little tag up. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, that's fine. And then the next pocket, I just have some goodies. So I'm going to take the whole thing out. There we go. This is probably what's causing it to expand so much. Just making sure. So this is a little goodie pocket that I did. I cut this out of some burlap. And I have some crepe paper on here in pink. Some glitter paper. It says Magical Unicorn Treats. I have this little gold bow. There's a coffee mug or coffee cup with a little, the unicorn on it. Cute. Some enamel dots scattered on there. And then inside is just a bunch of goodies. Like I used my donut punch from EK Success, this Stampin' Up bow punch. And I stamped a little face on the donut. So this one is a girl. And then I did another one. I can pull it out. I'll tuck that back in there. That's boy themed. So here's another one. He's got glasses, if it'll focus, there it goes, and a little bow tie. So I thought that was cute. Then there's some other little goodies in here, and then I just have these little hearts on some toothpicks as some added decoration, and some wooden pieces, some tags. So I had fun with that. And we're going to see if we can get this back in here. Alrighty, so we actually got it back in there. I'm surprised, but it's in there. Okay. And then the last pocket, I have this pom-pom attached to it that I've made. And hopefully you guys can see that in the colors. And then this is just tied on here. Jen can take it off and use it however she wants. And then the last pocket, let's take, well actually I have the pom-pom attached to the rhinestones. Punched a hole and attached it on there. Gave her some rhinestones. And then I also attached not sure what happened here. I must have gotten pulled or something from being stuck in the pocket, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But there's a little card on here, if I can get it to focus, that says, "Oh, you real petty today." And it's just a little 3x3 note card that I made her and did some watercoloring and some splattering, and I've added some sequins. There's some string. I have to fix this little piece. And then you open it up. She can use the card how she wants. And then I made a little bookmark for her. So this is one of those bookmarks that flip up over the page. So that's what that is. And then there's also a little puzzle that she can do, Sudoku puzzle on the back. So that's that. Let me go ahead and trim this off while I am looking at it, because it's going to drive me nuts. So I can just put it back in there. I'm not sure what actually happened there, but I got it off. Alright, so that just slides back here in the back pocket. And then this goes in front of that. I think that's what happened. This must have caught on that. I think I'm just going to stick this in the back. Nah, it doesn't look right. This thing is stuffed, guys. Like, I should have made it so that it expanded a little more. But it's okay. So that is the expandable FileFlip. And you can see how bulging it is. I should have made it the bottom expand more so that it wasn't so tight. But I hope you guys like how this one turned out. I did a mini tutorial before this video, so I hope you guys give this a try. It is a ton of fun to do, and you can fit a lot in here. As you can see, I fit too much in mine. But yeah, so if you guys try this out, please let me know. I'd love to see it. I've already seen a couple of them. And let me know what you think of this one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.